Once again, former President Donald Trump is making waves in the political world with a bold announcement that has captivated both his supporters and skeptics. In a surprising move, Trump has unveiled a new government efficiency initiative and has chosen two of the most high-profile and unconventional figures in modern America to lead it: Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk and biotech entrepreneur turned presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy. This decision is already sparking intense discussions, as these two individuals are known for their innovative thinking, controversial statements, and unique approaches to solving problems. The initiative is aimed at overhauling the federal government's operations, cutting waste, and introducing private sector efficiency to public administration. Trump, speaking at a rally in Florida, described the program as a historic step to drain the swamp once and for all. He emphasized the need for real leaders who understand how to build, create, and fix what is broken, signaling his belief that Musk and Ramaswamy are the right individuals to take on this challenge. So, why did Trump choose Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy for this initiative? For starters, both men embody the characteristics Trump has often praised: boldness, business acumen, and a no-nonsense approach to tackling problems. Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur behind some of the most successful technology companies in the world, is seen as a symbol of innovation and forward thinking. With his ventures in electric vehicles, space exploration, and renewable energy, Musk has proven time and again that he knows how to disrupt industries and make the impossible possible. Trump highlighted Musk's ability to turn visions into reality, stating, "Elon knows how to get things done, and that's exactly what we see. Need to fix this bloated government." On the other hand, Vivek Ramaswamy brings a unique perspective to the table. Known for his outspoken views on political correctness, the free market, and the need for a cultural revival in America, Ramaswamy has positioned himself as a fresh voice in politics. He made headlines during his presidential campaign for his unconventional ideas and willingness to challenge both Republican and Democratic establishments. Trump called him a rising star and praised his intellect and passion for reform, saying, "Vivek has the energy and ideas to inspire a new generation of Americans to demand better from their government." The goals of this initiative are ambitious, to say the least. According to Trump, the first priority is to conduct a top-to-bottom audit of federal agencies, identifying areas of waste, inefficiency, and redundancy. This audit will be followed by recommendations for restructuring government operations to ensure taxpayer dollars are spent effectively. Musk and Ramaswamy will also be tasked with exploring how technology can be leveraged to modernize government services, making them more accessible and user-friendly for the American people. Critics, however, are skeptical about the feasibility of this initiative. Some argue that Musk and Ramaswamy lack the political experience necessary to navigate the complexities of government. Others question whether their private sector expertise will translate to the public sector, where priorities and constraints are vastly different. Additionally, concerns have been raised about potential conflicts of interest, particularly for Musk, whose companies have significant dealings with the federal government. Despite these criticisms, Trump and his team remain confident that Musk and Ramaswamy are the right people for the job. They argue that the status quo is no longer acceptable and that it's time to bring in outsiders who can think differently and challenge entrenched bureaucracies. In his announcement, Trump declared, "The old ways of doing things have failed us. It's time for a revolution in government, and I can't think of two better people to lead it than Elon and Vivek." Both Musk and Ramaswamy have expressed enthusiasm for their new roles. Musk, known for his quick and often cryptic remarks on social media, tweeted, "Excited to tackle inefficiency at scale. Let's make government work for the people again." Ramaswamy, in a press statement, said, "This is an incredible opportunity to bring bold ideas to Washington. The American people deserve a government that works as hard as they do, and I'm honored to help lead this effort." It's worth noting that this initiative could have significant implications for Trump's political future. As he eyes another run for the White House, this bold move reinforces his image as an outsider willing to challenge the norms of Washington. By aligning himself with high-profile figures like Musk and Ramaswamy, Trump is likely hoping to energize his base while also appealing to independent voters who are tired of politics as usual. Whether this initiative will deliver tangible results remains to be seen. As this initiative gains traction, many questions linger about its scope, implementation, and potential outcomes. Can the bold vision of Trump, Musk, and Ramaswamy translate into practical reforms? What specific steps will they take to tackle inefficiencies, and how will their proposals be received by Congress, federal agencies, and the public? One area where Musk's influence could be transformative is the integration of advanced technology in government operations. Imagine a world where artificial intelligence streamlines processes like tax filing, immigration paperwork, or social security applications. Musk's expertise in automation and AI could pave the way for a government that operates faster, more transparently, and with fewer errors. Similarly, Musk's focus on sustainability could introduce energy-efficient practices across federal facilities, potentially saving billions in the long run. Ramaswamy, with his focus on culture and accountability, might take a different approach. He has often spoken about the need to instill a sense of purpose and efficiency in large institutions. By advocating for performance-based metrics for federal employees or introducing private sector principles like competitive bidding for government contracts, Ramaswamy could push for reforms that make the government not only leaner, but also more effective. However, these ambitious ideas also come with risks. Transforming a massive entity like the federal government is not as straightforward as revamping a corporation or building a new tech startup. The government is bound by legal, constitutional, and political constraints that can slow down or even block reforms. Furthermore, any proposed changes will likely face pushback from entrenched interests, including unions, lobbyists, and career bureaucrats who may view these reforms as threats to their positions or power. Public perception will also play a significant role in determining the initiative's success. Critics have already begun framing Musk and Ramaswamy as billionaire technocrats, disconnected from the realities of everyday Americans. Some have raised concerns about their potential focus on privatization, arguing that it could lead to reduced access to essential services for marginalized communities. The question of how to balance efficiency with equity will be central to the initiative's credibility and public support. Despite these challenges, this announcement is undeniably a bold and strategic move by Trump. It signals his willingness to challenge the status quo and align himself with figures who are seen as visionaries in their respective fields. Whether or not Musk and Ramaswamy succeed in their mission, their involvement in this initiative has already brought renewed attention to the inefficiencies and shortcomings of the federal government. As the months unfold, all eyes will be on this trio to see how they navigate the complex landscape of government reform. Will they succeed in creating a model of efficiency and innovation that inspires future leaders? Or will the initiative become another ambitious plan that falls victim to the gridlock and inertia of Washington? For now, what's clear is that this partnership between Trump, Musk, and Ramaswamy is setting the stage for a new chapter in American politics, one where business, technology, and governance collide. It's a fascinating experiment, and whether it leads to success or failure, it will undoubtedly shape the national conversation for years to come. Stay tuned as we bring you updates on this groundbreaking initiative, the strategies they employ, and the reactions from political leaders, experts, and everyday Americans. What do you think? Is this the bold leadership the government needs, or is it an overreach that risks oversimplifying complex issues? Let us know in the comments below. Your voice is an essential part of this story, and we'd love to hear your thoughts. As the days pass, the first signs of the initiative's groundwork are already coming to light. Reports suggest that Musk and Ramaswamy have assembled a preliminary task force composed of experts from Silicon Valley, academia, and former government officials who share their vision of reform. Among these experts are technologists specializing in artificial intelligence, logistics professionals, and policy advisors with experience in government streamlining. This diverse team is expected to present their first set of recommendations within 90 days. One of the early focus areas appears to be the federal procurement process, a system notorious for its inefficiencies and delays. Elon Musk has reportedly directed his team to study how Tesla and SpaceX approach supply chain management and apply those principles to government contracts. When I started SpaceX, people said it would take decades and billions of dollars to make reusable rockets. We did it in a fraction of the time and cost. "There's no reason the government can't achieve similar results with the right approach," Musk stated during an interview following the announcement. Ramaswamy, meanwhile, has reportedly met with former cabinet secretaries and agency heads to identify bottlenecks in agency decision-making. According to insiders, his initial focus will be on workforce accountability. He's floated the idea of reforming the civil service system to introduce greater performance evaluations and accountability measures. "We need to reward excellence and address underperformance, not just maintain the status quo," Ramaswamy said in an appearance on a morning news show. As enthusiasm grows among supporters, there are also reports of pushback from within Washington. Federal employee unions have expressed concerns over the potential downsizing of government jobs and the introduction of private sector models that may prioritize efficiency over job security. The American Federation of Government Employees, AFGE, issued a statement declaring, "Federal workers are not expendable pawns in a political experiment. Any reforms must ensure the continued protection of employee rights and the delivery of essential services to the public." Adding to the controversy, political figures on both sides of the aisle are divided. While Republicans have largely rallied behind the initiative, some moderates within the party have voiced skepticism. Democrats, on the other hand, have intensified their criticism, accusing Trump of leveraging the initiative for political gain as he eyes the 2024 presidential race. Speaker of the House Hakeem Jeffries remarked, "This so-called efficiency initiative looks like a vanity project disguised as reform. Musk and Ramaswamy are not public servants. They're businessmen." Despite these challenges, public interest remains high. Social media is abuzz with debates about the initiative, with hashtags like Efficiency Revolution and Drain the Swamp 2.0 trending. Public opinion surveys show a mix of optimism and doubt, with 58% of respondents expressing hope that the initiative could lead to meaningful reforms, while 42% remain skeptical about its feasibility. Meanwhile, the announcement has also sparked international attention. Leaders in other countries, particularly those facing bureaucratic inefficiencies, have expressed curiosity about whether this model could inspire similar reforms elsewhere. A member of the European Parliament was quoted as saying, "If the United States can successfully overhaul its government operations with the help of private sector innovation, it could serve as a blueprint for many nations struggling with the same issues." As the initiative gains momentum, one thing is certain: the spotlight on Musk, Ramaswamy, and Trump will only intensify. Every decision they make, every policy they propose, and every challenge they face will be scrutinized not just by political analysts and pundits, but also by millions of Americans, eager to see whether this ambitious experiment can deliver real results. What lies ahead is a daunting task. Modernizing a system as large and entrenched as the U.S. federal government is an uphill battle, requiring not just vision, but also persistence, collaboration, and, perhaps most importantly, the ability to navigate the complex web of politics and public opinion. Yet, if there's one thing Musk, Ramaswamy, and Trump all share, it's their willingness to take bold risks in pursuit of transformative outcomes. Will they succeed in creating a more efficient, transparent, and effective government? Or will this initiative become another footnote in the long history of failed reform efforts? As the journey unfolds, one thing is clear: the eyes of the nation and the world are watching. Stay tuned for further updates on this groundbreaking story. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe this initiative can truly revolutionize government, or is it destined to face insurmountable roadblock? As the first 30 days of the initiative progress, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy waste no time diving into their respective roles. Musk spearheads a comprehensive review of federal infrastructure projects, starting with an investigation into delays and budget overruns plaguing programs like high-speed rail development and renewable energy installations. Reports suggest Musk is considering using Tesla's energy storage and solar technology to modernize government facilities. He's also hinted at applying SpaceX's rapid prototyping approach to speed up project timelines, stating, "The same way we iterate rocket designs, we can iterate solutions for failing infrastructure. The government just needs to embrace agility." Ramaswamy, on the other hand, focuses on cultural reform within federal agencies. One of his most provocative proposals so far is a plan to reduce overlapping responsibilities among agencies like the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, Department of the Interior, and Department of Energy. Ramaswamy reportedly believes that trimming redundant functions could save billions annually while improving efficiency. He has also launched a public engagement campaign called the Citizen Audit, encouraging Americans to report instances of government waste they've encountered. His team is developing an online platform to gather and analyze submissions, with the goal of identifying problem areas that might otherwise go unnoticed. Meanwhile, Trump continues to champion the initiative during his public appearances, portraying it as a key part of his potential 2024 campaign platform. At a rally in Ohio, he told supporters, "This is not just about efficiency, this is about restoring trust in your government. The corrupt elites have been wasting your hard-earned money for decades, and now we're putting it to an end. However, the road ahead is proving to be anything but smooth." Behind the scenes, insiders report growing tensions between Musk and senior officials at agencies like the Department of Energy and NASA, some of whom view his methods as unorthodox or even disruptive. In one instance, Musk allegedly clashed with a high-ranking official over a proposed plan to privatize certain aspects of NASA's operations, an idea Musk believes could lead to faster innovation, but that critics argue might undermine public accountability. Ramaswamy, too, is encountering resistance. Career bureaucrats within key agencies have expressed concerns that his reform ideas could lead to job losses or reduced morale among federal employees. During a town hall meeting with federal workers in Washington, D.C., Ramaswamy faced tough questions from attendees, many of whom voiced fears that his efficiency measures might come at the expense of essential services. In response, Ramaswamy reiterated his commitment to ensuring that reforms prioritize better outcomes for the American people, stating, "This is not about cutting corners, it's about cutting waste." The initiative's critics have also ramped up their efforts. A coalition of progressive organizations has launched an ad campaign highlighting what they describe as the risks of corporate control over public services. The ads feature testimonials from workers and families who fear that privatization or automation could negatively impact their lives. At the same time, congressional Democrats have begun drafting legislation to limit the scope of the initiative, citing concerns over transparency and accountability. In spite of these challenges, Musk and Ramaswamy remain undeterred. They've announced plans to host a series of public forums across the country to gather input from citizens and experts alike. The forums, branded as Reimagine Government Summits, will focus on key issues like healthcare, infrastructure, and technology integration. Musk and Ramaswamy hope these events will build public support for their efforts while fostering a sense of inclusion in the reform process. One particularly noteworthy moment came during a summit in Texas, where Musk unveiled a prototype of a blockchain-based system designed to track federal spending in real time. The system, called Transparent Gov, aims to give citizens direct access to detailed data about how their tax dollars are being used. "Imagine if every dollar spent by the government was visible to you at the click of a button," Musk said during the presentation. "This is about accountability, plain and simple." The public's response to the initiative remains mixed. While many are inspired by the boldness of Musk and Ramaswamy's ideas, others remain skeptical about whether such ambitious reforms can succeed in the face of political gridlock and entrenched interests. A recent poll conducted by a major news outlet shows that 52% of Americans support the initiative, while 41% are either opposed or undecided. As the 90-day mark approaches, the initiative's first major report is set to be released. This report will detail the findings,